In this episode, there is a lot of material to talk about. Wait till you see the news before you react. There was a detection of our presence by Visa, Ripple, and BIS. A small cryptocurrency chart that Forbes prepared is going to be another topic of discussion because it is really interesting to see which coins they included in the chart. Following that, we will discuss the designation of Ethereum as a fraudulent cryptocurrency. Therefore, please take a seat as soon as possible. It's time to get started. Relax at this moment. The price of Bitcoin has surged by 83% in the past day, reaching $63,600. Given that Ethereum has reached $3,00291, it has increased by 4.8%. XRP is currently seeing a 6% growth, hitting a mean value of 52 cents, while the market as a whole is remaining constant. Just now, the total market capitalization of cryptocurrency flashed. Cryptocurrency market capitalization has turned red, and it is currently valued at $2 trillion, which is equivalent to $389 billion. Before we get into the news, I'd want to tell you a funny anecdote. Please allow me to share it with you. In addition to this, we are rather close to the boundary where the net closes and then opens again, allowing pucks to enter. But what really blew everyone away was the fact that because of the net, there was no way for a puck to get to us. This was the thing that blew our minds. On the other hand, 30 seconds later, the individual who was standing over there was struck in the head and caused him to bounce off. Rickett then informed us that everything was a mess. Although he was in a good mood when he got up, he applauded as he left, which caused him to guzzle blood. There was an outpouring of applause for him. True enough, it was. Never in my life have I seen anything like, for example, how this puck took the ricochet off of his helmet and came hurtling our way. All I can say is that it was absolutely insane. It is unlike anything else I have ever seen. Nevertheless, prior to that, you are aware that you will be attending a double hockey game the next day. The fact that pucks can fly through the air as a result of this, it is essential for everyone close to landing on your lap, is something you are aware of. Do you think Coinbase should remove Ethereum? Time is running out at this point. This is the poll that I put out. They made use of XRP until new information on the law became available. 80% of the members of the SEC agreed that they should. In my opinion, all exchanges in the United States ought to abandon Ethereum and handle it in a manner that is analogous to how they handled XRP. On the other hand, considering the substantial amount of money they have invested in Ethereum, it is quite unlikely that they will do so. Both this post and this tweet were examples of how we illustrated this in the past, and it is still applicable today. The fact that Matt Korver is a consensus lawyer in December 2020 can be deduced from the fact that his profile has been retrieved. He indicated that this attempt was a crypto attack, and while I would not address Amerix, he did mention other things. According to my 5 years of experience, no one who is interested in or working on decentralized technology or cryptocurrencies has offered any encouragement that the XRP cryptocurrency will succeed. This is fairly silly because no one has voiced any encouragement that the XRP cryptocurrency will succeed. One of the most remarkable aspects of the situation is that several estimates suggest that Ethereum serves as the foundation for 75% of all cryptocurrencies. In the event that we were to categorize the Ethereum blockchain as a security, would all of those other cryptocurrencies also be considered to correspond to that classification? Now, according to Garlinghouse, 90% of all cryptocurrencies would be extinct. The fact that this is one of the causes is correct, right? Despite the fact that it is pretty engaging, how much do you know about this individual? The Ethereum consensus ensures the continued existence of a fantastic opportunity presented itself to Matt and me when we were threatened with a lawsuit from Ripple or XRP. They were laughing and claiming that shitcoin was a security mechanism, but rather than assisting or taking part in the process of getting in, they preferred to sit back and make fun of it. But for the time being, pay attention to what is taking place. Specifically, Dr. Uber brought to their attention the fact that the SEC is focusing on them. One can debate the degree to which it is effective. The number of developers and projects that are built on it, the fact that it is too large to fail, the fact that JP Morgan, the SEC, and other powerful organizations support it, and the fact that there are other reasons why this Ethereum is painfully founded on fraud, deception, conspiracy, and corruption. But it doesn't really matter. At this point, nothing has changed. Ethereum is founded on the most heinous scam that cryptocurrency has ever encountered in its whole financial history. Listen to this, if you please. There is one question that I would want to ask you because it is connected to something that your critics seem to believe to be true. Specifically, that during your final days as chairman of Ripple, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) filed a complaint against the company. While you are providing advisory services to other businesses operating in this sector, some of those businesses have brought to your attention or insinuated that there is a conflict of interest. Permit me to make it clear that during the time that I worked there, we referred a number of situations to the notice of the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) that involved offers and securities that violated our requirements regarding registration or distribution to the public. I will not go into further detail. I can say that with regard to the circumstance that you mentioned in particular, as well as my post-government work in the area, I am able to say that for the enterprises that I advise, I am not trying to push them, but one of them is an asset to the institution. As for the manager, I believe there was also an infrastructure that I was not aware of. While I was working for the government, I had the opportunity to become familiar with these businesses. Please mute this portion of the video if you hear it after I have finished speaking. Due to the fact that certain pieces of music are protected by copyright, we are able to comprehend the reason, but let's be forthright. Since you viewed the movie, we are familiar with Clayton, Ethereum, and him. All of these individuals have benefited from some kind of agreement or reward as a result of their involvement. There were also brief excerpts of Joe Lubin applauding the SEC while mockingly sitting back and taking it all in. They were exceptional in the areas of competence that they were specialized in. They were the first to use cryptography. Consider the fact that things have altered after they left government, hence the question arises as to whether or not Bill Hinman will reimburse consensus. I would like to know the answer to that question. It's fascinating to think about the total market valuation of all the different cryptocurrencies. Over the next 10 years, Brad Garlinghouse anticipates that the total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies would escalate to a staggering $200 trillion. There is little doubt that 5 trillion individuals will pay attention to this trend, which has the potential to elevate the whole worth of the cryptocurrency business to above. You should realize that we are getting close to 5 trillion. Despite the fact that I am certain that at this moment you are most likely going to reach very near to the barrier of $7 trillion. The functionality of the XRP ledger has been verified by individuals who have either tested it or used it itself. It seems as though they are attempting to pump what they have, and it seems to me that this is occurring with Ethereum and Bitcoin cryptocurrency. You would have guessed that it would be intriguing, wouldn't you say? Allow me to play this for you. Within the same panel, Visa and Ripple are both featured in this video clip. The Vice President of Public Policy for Visa's Todd Fox and Daniel Eden both held the position of